So good afternoon or good morning, depending when you are located, and buenos dias, bon dia. I'm here today with Flavie Lecomte from Be Essential Club, our fabulous DMC that many already are working with. And Flavie, so tell us where you're going to take us today.
Perfect. Thank you so much, Dominique. Hello, everyone. Thank you very much for being with us for our last webinar before the summer. Today, so as I mentioned in the title, we're going to see where we can enjoy the last summer day. Even if summer has just started, we know that when we are planning booking, we are planning a few weeks or a few months ahead. So I'm going to basically take you to a destination where you can easily travel end of September, early October, enjoy a nice weather and still be outdoor and do some activities without having to be just in the city. So we're going to be talking today about the Bordeaux region. We're going to be talking also about the Provence region and about Corsica. For the one who don't know us, I will just explain you very briefly how we work, how our DMC operate. We're not only a DMC, but we're also a concierge service company. So we tend to do those little extra and do a little bit more for your clients when they're traveling. And we're going to be talking, so as I just mentioned, about the Provence, Bordeaux, and Corsica. We're going to see what events are happening later this summer, a few sample of activity that you can experience there, and just keep in mind that it's just kind of a little teasing, but we have so much more to offer in our catalog. So never hesitate to engage the conversation and to ask us for tips. We are here for that. Very briefly, some of you already know our itinerary, but that's the way they look. We try to break down all the experience per price, so that way you have a better idea of the budget when you overlook the proposal with your clients. We always give you a few different options for hotel if you are looking for us to suggest you some hotels, but you can of course book them on your own. We can work on net or commissionable rate. And we also have some team members who are working on itinerary and proposal 7 days a week on duty. We have basically a link to on our website with a form to fill in with all the information you have about your clients' upcoming visit to France. So if you meet your clients on the Friday evening, don't wait until Monday to send us the request. You can already send us everything on the Saturday morning, and someone will start to work on availability and contact partner and draft a first proposal over the weekend. That way we save time, and we know that time is important, especially when we get our clients excited about going to a new destination or a repeat destination. All the proposals are a la carte, so we would tend to be available as much as possible, either through the Calendly link that I will share with you, or on our WhatsApp number, by email. We are really here to give you advice. That's our job. More than anything else is to be advisor and to give you the good tips for your clients. We handle also all the communication, of course, when your clients are traveling with us 24/7. This is just an example of the text message that they will receive on their cell phone prior to a service, to a transfer, a meet and greet, or a private tour. Please note that we don't have any minimum to work together, so you can just contact us if you need a meet and greet, or if you just need one transfer. There is no problem at all. We can do anything you need. Talking about Provence, some of you know very well the destination. Some of you go there on a regular basis or have been there a few times already. Today I'll be having a focus on the Luberon region. So in Provence, you have a different area, such as the Luberon, La Camargue, also the Mediterranean Sea, which is very convenient. But of course, we can organize a visit in the main different cities, such as Aix-en-Provence, Arles, Avignon, Marseille. It can be a half day tour at the market or a full day tour focused on architecture or history, really depending on what your clients are looking for. Keep in mind that Provence is very strong, of course, for the wine. So we have the Châteauneuf-du-Pape, north of Avignon. We have the Côte d'Aix and Sainte-Victoire, more closer to Aix-en-Provence. Cassis, we have the beautiful white wines, and Bandol also for the 3 colors. We have Saint-Tropez and the famous rosé that you can sip on the beach or just from by the swimming pool of your lovely hotel. And just for you to know, in Provence, so we have the Rugby World Cup this year happening in France in September. And from September 9 to October 15, there will be 6 different games happening in Marseille. So Marseille has undergone a lot of incredible change over the past 10 years. If you've been to Marseille 10 or 15 years ago, it's really something different nowadays. A lot of very interesting museum, some beautiful market for restaurant where you can have like different option for food. There is a big, a strong involvement in everything that is linked into sustainability and green local product in the restaurant. All the hotel are making also major effort to take that path. So it's really a city that is being very innovating and putting a lot of effort in having a big change and a very pleasant change for tourism. And also, just for you to be aware, we have a lovely music festival happening in Avignon in October, which is called the Blues Festival of Avignon. So if you have some clients that love blues, that can be a nice stop to do. Going to the Provence, I'm talking right now about the Gorges du Verdon. I will be talking about Cassis by boat or the flight board initiation. They are the sea. There are plenty of options. It can be something sporty, such as the flight board initiation. It can be just a sailing boat in the Cassis, in the Calanque, very beautiful to see the cliff and to enjoy the late summer days in this area. It's less busy than July and August, of course, and it's way more pleasant. Gorges du Verdon is one of my favorite area to be. You can go hiking there. There are plenty of options. You can go canyoning, but you can also just rent a small electric boat or just a canoe, paddleboard, and just enjoy to be outdoor. The color of the water is incredible, and the fauna is also amazing. You have eagle, you have lots of birds. So it's really a family destination, but it can be also a romantic destination or a sport destination. So this is one of the advantage of Provence. If you go there late September or early October, you can still enjoy to be in the sea and to sunbathe as well. Discover the Camargue. So some of you already perhaps know those tours that are some of our favorite. Mentioning about the private visit of a manade in the Camargue. You can also have a full day tour of the Camargue or safari 4x4. Camargue is very well known for all those wild horses that you can see, those white horses, but also the manade raise bull. So it's a family-owned manade where you can learn how do they do to raise the bull, and you can also go on the field, you can go see them. And of course, we have the option to go to the Camargue with a 4x4. Going to the Luberon, we have a full day of half day tour of the Luberon. We have also some wine and cheese tasting facing the Sainte-Victoire mountain, very famous from Sésame, and the visit of the goat farm. So when you arrive to this wine and cheese little tasting, it's basically in the family castle, and they have this goat farm right nearby, and it's a place where you can definitely spend either an hour, or you can spend the whole afternoon and even the evening and stay. It's you can go for a walk also from there. There are plenty of beautiful paths to go through the vineyards. And we have the pétanque. outing with a Provence outdoor. The pétanque setup is always very friendly. You can share a drink, an aperitif, you play, the rules are pretty simple, and usually it's a great way. There are always neighbors playing pétanque around you, and it's a great way to engage also conversation with a local. We can offer that, of course, in Provence, but we have also some special setup in Paris, in the city center, or in the south of France, in Nice area. The Bordeaux region, so of course Bordeaux is very famous for the wine, but not only. From Bordeaux, you can do a lot of many day trips, either to Arcachon Bay area, or it can be also to Dordogne or to Cognac area. You can do some paragliding, you can go on the boat ride, you can visit some exhibition. At the moment, they have a beautiful exhibition at the Bassin des Lumières in Bordeaux about Gaudi and Dali, and the exhibition will run until the end of the year. And you can also do some vinotherapy in the area. Beautiful destination, plenty of things to do. We can offer full day or half day tour depending of what the client is looking for. In some area, we can also have just a 1 hour or 2 hour excursion with a tour guide. So if the clients want to have a lot of freedom, then we can just organize an hour or two during their day to discover something, but then they can still remain free most of the day. The organic and biodynamic wine tour, it's something that has been very trendy at the moment, and it's quite interesting to learn about. There are some beautiful wineries that you can discover during this tour. Very interesting technique and very trendy at the moment. We have a lot of demand for those. Of course, we have the full Medoc region with the prestigious castle that most of you know, such as Chateau Margaux. We have also the Saint-Emilion on the other side, wine experience. It can be a half day or full day, going through the little village that are rated by UNESCO. Beautiful time also last September days or early October to visit. And in the city, we have, of course, a private cruise on La Garonne. We have the bike tour, which is basically the most convenient, I will say, way to discover the city. Sometimes walking tour can be a bit exhausting. The city is big, and also you want to see the city from different side and different perspective. So as soon as you cross the bridge, it's the bike is always the best way to go around Bordeaux. And the Bassin des Lumières, as I was mentioning earlier, with this lovely exhibition about Gaudi and Dali that you can see. The day trip activity from Bordeaux, we have the Dune du Pilat, which is a sandy hill that you can see, you can climb. Which is the funny part is when you go down, because it's not that easy to climb, but to go down is not that easy neither. But it's fun if your clients are kind of outdoor sport orientated clients. If they have with family, it's something cool to do. But if you wanted to take it more relaxed, you can just have a drive-by. You can stop in a nice restaurant and just enjoy the view. You can see right across the Dune du Pilat here, you have all the Bassin d'Arcachon here. And in this area, you have the Cap Ferret. The Cap Ferret is beautiful, lovely beach, lovely beaches and beautiful pine forest. It's still very wild, but you have in the small town of the Cap Ferret a nice shop. So it's somewhere where you can easily go just for the day, but you can also go for 2 or 3 days. You can do some shopping, you have some nice restaurant. And also in this bay, in this area, you have a lot of oyster farm where you can just sit and taste oyster, have some glass of wine, and just overlook the Dune du Pilat on the other side of the bay. So this can be a half-day trip or a full-day trip, depending on what you're looking for. Or you can also decide just to extend your stay from Bordeaux and to go for 2 or 3 days in this area in the Cap Ferret. We have also the Dordogne, so many things to do in Dordogne, but at this time of the year, we would recommend the truffle experience. We have someone on site that is has a very interesting way to give you as much information and to involve you in this truffle hunt. Basically, you can also see the truffle digging with his dog, but you can also buy some truffle from him at the farm. Sorry. And we have the full day in Basque country. So this will be at least for 8 hours, or it can be for 2 or 3 days. The Basque country, it's a 2-hour drive from Bordeaux. It's beautiful. Of course, you have all the wavy part and the surfing part, but you also have some lovely beaches that are available for families. There is a lot of history of gastronomy and of architecture. It's still, I will say, an emergent destination, because people will very often choose more to spend a week in Provence than in Pays Basque, sorry. But it's really worth it. The weather is beautiful. You have this nice breeze. It's less crowded. And we have also plenty of different options to suggest you to visit either the inland towns such as Espelette, or just to stay by the beach. Sorry, going to Corsica. Corsica, so it's really a destination for outdoor lovers, for people who love to spend either to relax and to spend the day on the beach, on some of the most beautiful beach in the Mediterranean Sea. But also it's a perfect destination for the one who love to be active, especially with e-bikes tour inland, in the mountain or along the coast, canyoning or hiking into a very wide and preserved nature. Corsica is also famous for its gastronomy, as you might know, for the cheese and the charcuterie that are pretty strong and really good over there. And you also have, of course, many options for day trip on the boat and go to see some secluded beach where you're going to be basically on your own over there. If you go to Corsica also, even if it's late September, there are those beautiful Corsican concert, live music, either in churches or restaurant. It's very typical from Corsica, and it's something beautiful to listen at least once in a lifetime. So if you have the chance to go there, just keep that in mind and stay open to do one of those concerts. In Corsica, we offer the city tour from Bonifacio, Calvi, even Ajaccio. So it can be, as you can see here, just for 1 hour during the day, or it can be for a full day tour for 8 hours, depending on what the client is looking for. More freedom during the vacation, or spending more time with a local guide. And outdoor activities, we have a private sailboat, beautiful one. There is nothing, we all enjoy having a day on the boat. I think there is nothing nicer than to be in the south of France when most of the tourists are back home, and to just sail along the coast. Of course, with a private chef on board. We have also the option with the private 4x4 taking you into some off-road in the mountain of Corsica, some small village that you cannot reach by a regular tourist car. And you can also visit a pig farm over there. You have also the horseback riding at sunset on the beach. So all those are just a few options, a few ideas to start, for you to start to brainstorm about what we can do there. But I'm happy to answer any question that you may have, or to talk about any other destination that you have in mind, but you're not sure about the weather or what to do, or everything, or if things going to be open or closed in October. Those destinations, you will be sure that most of the restaurants will be open, that you will still have a good dynamic, even if it's September or October and a nice weather.
Thank you very much, Flavie. It was very interesting. I think everybody's ready to go. I am. So I don't know if we have any question. I know that some of you came a little later, but we will be sending the recording. Flavie will send the recording with all the information. So do we have any questions? And if we don't, then we're going to say goodbye. Hope you enjoyed the webinar. Thank you, Flavie. You keep it perfectly on time.
Thank you.
That was really short, but enough details for everything. So that was really, really nice. And
yeah, and of course we can go more into in detail into each tour, but it's just to give you another view of what can be done, a small reminder.
Thank you very much. So I do not see, oh, yes, I see maybe one question. Thank you for a delightful and informative presentation. Thank you, Mark.
Thank you, Mark.
So again, we are going to send, Flavie will send the recording. Thank you very much for attending. I know you're busy. We know that, but it shows that you have a lot of interest for our DMCs, and I'm grateful for that. And as well also for maybe discovering new place to sell in France of the beaten track, you know? And so perfect. Thank you so much, everyone. Thank you, Flavie, for your time, and have a good rest of the evening. Bye-bye.
Thank you. Bye-bye.